That's perfect.
That is perfect.
Hello.
As long as they can hear us.
Can you hear us? I think you can. I'm sure you can. Let us know if you can hear us. Welcome to this beautiful place. Look at this stunning scenery.
It is beautiful.
We're in a top secret location, North Kent. It's only top secret because I don't know where we are. We're here with a big bucket of boiling water.
We are.
We've got a kilo of sugar. I know it's a kilo. Do you know how I know it's a kilo? Watch out, you got a bite.
Sorry.
Do you know how I know it's a kilo?
How do you know it's a
It's
kilo?
a 2 kilo thing, and yesterday you used the kilo in.
Yeah, and look how beautiful it is down here.
So we don't have to measure that, you know. We've got some elderflowers.
Elderflowers.
I was hoping we'd be able to find some more. There was some on the way in, so maybe some of you. We've got plenty, so we don't have to worry too much.
Plenty.
Somewhere we've got some lemons.
Just checking up here. Wow, I can't believe this. This is perfect.
This is absolutely fabulous. We've got some lemons. We've got 3 nice sized ones. There's 3 or 4 lemons for the recipe. We say 4 in the book. That was this book. That's because normally lemons are quite small, but these are nice big ones. So 3 is fine.
Hey, Doug. Show me your lemons. Can you
Here.
juggle?
That's about as much juggling as you're going to get out of me.
Oh, I didn't do it. Do it again.
Oh,
One
ready?
sec. I'll tell you when I'm ready. Wait 1 sec. Okay. Are you ready? Go. Juggle for me.
I'm not the expert juggler. So what are we doing? We're making elderflower champagne. We have Anne with us. Anne seems to have...
She's down there.
Hello, Anne. Anne's... How do we know Anne?
From the blue tit.
She's a blue tit. Hello, Anne, the blue tit. We were talking about blue tits earlier today. Do we want to remind people?
The blue tits is the wild swimming. And I'm just going to check on my phone that we can actually hear what we're saying.
Ooh.
Because otherwise we won't be able to. Yeah.
We were making elderflower gummy bears this morning, Xanthi, while you were at stage school. So when you get home, hopefully they'll have set and you'll have some sweeties.
Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, we can hear it perfectly as well. This is Anne, a fellow blue tit. Also a fellow Essex lady.
Yeah, Essex bird me.
And also a fellow proud owner. In fact, this is your copy.
Oh, is it my copy? Yes.
No, it's not.
Isn't it? Oh, it's not your copy.
I do
Might be,
have one
actually.
though.
Of course you can help. Do you want to help stir? So we've got 2 litres of boiled water in here. It's still very
And show
hot.
Anne, because this is Anne. We have introduced elderflower. Oh, that's cold.
I didn't even know what it looked like before.
So what does it look like? That's a good question. This is elderflower.
You should get
Pick
Anne
Jess
to
there,
touch
she's a
them.
bit limp. Doesn't matter though.
Say something, but I'm not going to.
No, we're all about the innuendo, so you can say what you like. Within reason.
I am from Essex, remember?
Yeah, we all are here. Well, Xanthi's the only non-Essex girl here. So, we have a kilo of sugar.
Okay, let me
It
go.
smells quite nice. Everyone says it doesn't smell very nice. I think it's quite pretty.
It smells of cat weed if you pick it at the wrong time. No,
Yes.
and so it should, right, here we
No,
go.
right now it smells beautiful.
Now, this is a kilo of sugar, and we know it's a kilo because yesterday we made, the day
Alright,
before yesterday we made cordial, and we used a kilo of sugar from a 2 kilo bag, so I know that's a kilo. And we're going to get, and that's in 2 litres of water, so that's a ratio of 1 to 2. And we're going to get a Xanthi to stir that up.
Go on, Sophie, can you jump in there?
Do you want to climb up here?
Yeah, my arm can't reach there. Now your arm. Oh, look, we've got her making champagne. Can't drink it. But you're making it. Yeah. You're going to make some elderflower booze.
Wow. We're making champagne.
Elderflower
Champagne.
Well, we're going to wait because that's quite hot for that. So we're going to dissolve the sugar into.
We did make us some gummy bears as well, so we have been kind.
We're going to dissolve the sugar in hot water because it's easier to dissolve sugar in hot water, and then we're going to add cold water.
Yeah.
So we've got 6 litres of cold water, and we've got 2 litres of hot water.
I know we're a bit random, but it kind of works.
Yeah, I'm going to slice them up while you're stirring that sugar.
Look at us with our tans. Oh, so me and Anne look like we've been on holiday. Can you see our tans?
Greece, who needs abroad when you've got Barbados?
I know. That's what I was calling it, and Whitstable Bados.
That's Deborah Salisbury. She calls it Bados.
Bados. I love it.
Love it.
Well, wait, then we have to put the cold water in. Once that sugar's all nicely dissolved, is the sugar dissolved yet?
And it's so funny that I was chatting to Anne, and Anne was saying, "Oh, it's really good at sunrise because you can see the
You can
towers."
feel it.
And I thought, what
It's still
towers
something
are
unresolved.
you talking about?
Give
And
that
she's
big
excited to see.
stirs like this.
And I was like, I don't really get why they like
Van
people
Beek,
so
you
much
give that
seeing
some
the,
big stirs.
towers. They were like, Imogen, they mean Recluva towers, like
Reculver,
Reculver. Sorry, Reculver.
Fort towers
That's
are beautiful.
Really beautiful fort, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. I had the images, you know, like in Margate of like
Tower block.
I was like, maybe the light reflects off it really nicely. But I was like, I don't think there is any big one, but you know.
If anyone used to see Tenko, I don't know, it's quite old and it's probably showing my age. It's like the sun literally comes up between the two towers. And the towers are famous because where the bouncing bomb, it was where the bouncing bomb was tested.
Really?
So they used the tower as a point for the bounce on the bomb.
Wow.
Barnes Wallace, who invented the bouncing ball, went to my grandparents' wedding.
Did you really?
They're really good friends, weren't they?
Well, the whole of the fort where they all stayed, all the servicemen that were doing a lot of the testing, and there was a fort, it's up there. So you can see the plans on it.
Maybe your grandpa was there, Duncan.
Maybe, yeah.
He didn't work on the bomb, though, did he?
No, he was in the Navy. He used to work on
But I think
on airline
it was for everybody, that kind of
Thing.
Well, not yet, not yet.
He was in the
We're
Navy,
gonna
but he worked.
Right, let's have a look.
He worked. Is that the one that worked with Fleming? Or
No, I've got two grandparents, two grandfathers.
Look, mine fueled the U-boats, so what do I know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying they did actually, they're Irish, so you know.
Right, we're going to pour some of this cold water in, all of this cold water in. So that's 6 litres of...
Oh yeah, sorry if you're watching along. Let me see
they're
what
just
question.
dribbling about, you know, whatever.
Hi guys, long time no see. Amy, we can hear you. I'm hoping we can find enough flower heads. Hi, Amy. Huh? Yeah, come out of the way a sec. Duncan,
Yes.
can you go over what we've been doing? Because we have just been
I'll
chatting.
explain that to you in a second after I recap. So we boiled 2 litres of water. So it was boiling, but by the time we got there, it cooled down enough, so it was safe for us to use. We dissolved a kilo of sugar into that. The reason why we had hot water was just so it's easier, quicker to dissolve. That's the only reason, really. And also, you want it nice and warm, the water warm for the fermentation to start. And that's all we've done. We've now got 8 litres of water in here, which has got a kilo of sugar dissolved into it.
8 litres of water, so 2 litres of hot water, 6 litres of cold water, 1 kilo of sugar, all mixed together by a small leprechaun.
Yes, absolutely. And what we're going to do is we're going to add lemons. We're going to use our leprechaun to put the lemons in.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were. Yay!
All in.
And we're going to put the elderflower in. Now, we've got to make sure we don't have too much stalk with the elderflower,
Why is that, Duncan?
because the stalk is mildly toxic.
Oh, okay.
Not too bad.
Good to know that.
Can you
Then.
hear that? How mildly toxic. But
It's never going to... Well, you have to have a lot before it kills you. But
Could you take me a
Like
couple of,
nutmeg then.
could you take me a couple of lemons out and just put them in again? Sammy, can you just drop these lemons in for me again?
shouldn't really chuck your fingers in this, but it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, mildly toxic. So, I mean, a little bit's not going to kill anyone, but you just want to make sure there's not any big bit.
Yeah. Here you go.
And then
Stir it
we're
up.
hoping that the yeast that's naturally around the because yeast is a what is it? A fungus? I think it's a fungus, and it grows on the plant naturally, and it does so on most apples and loads of things. So you don't actually necessarily need to add yeast to make alcohol.
Wow.
So what we're hoping is that there's enough yeast on there to.
Hello, got some cyclists coming past.
What the yeast does is it delicious, loves sugar. Yum 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 yum. I'm eating sugar all day long. Yum 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 yum. And then it poos out.
Perfect. Yeah, look here. And with the yeast as well,
Yeah,
so what we
cool.
do say in the book is just to have some champagne yeast that you can add in after 3
Oh,
days
sorry,
if it's not
Zachary.
bubbling like you should. But we'll keep showing you the progress on ours, and we'll be really honest because normally it does, but sometimes we get it where it doesn't bubble.
Okay, if it doesn't bubble after 3 days or so.
Oh look, there's a cake there.
Oh yeah, don't let it come.
Sorry,
It's a biscuit.
it's a biscuit. It's a biscuit for cake for tax reasons.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's coming back, but not for the biscuit. We shouldn't be.
Come on, where have you lost the ball?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So what was I saying? We're talking about
We will turn
fermentation.
back to fermentation.
So this is a natural fermentation which happens with the yeast, which is naturally growing on the.
Good job, Santi.
If it doesn't work, if there isn't enough yeast on it, then add champagne yeast, or you could even use baker's yeast. It's the same. Does the same thing. We made our
In the sachets.
in the sachets. Yeah, you can use baker's yeast. The thing about baker's yeast, if you're using that, it won't necessarily
What are you doing, Santi?
clear it out. So you might have a bit of cloudiness.
Ah, okay.
But, it won't affect the flavour or alcohol content.
I think it made it more alcoholic,
I think so. It was delicious when we made the.
What would you say the percentage of alcohol is? Is it you kind of just
Well, you can
one
buy.
sip, very drunk, 2 sips,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
probably drunk?
Well, you can buy a thing which tells you. We've never bothered with that. The way we tell is by drinking it.
Drink
And what you-
6 pints that we know are 3.5% and drink 6 pints of ours and see which gets you more drunk.
Yeah.
Ah,
That
Last
is an
year-
old technique.
Last year when we made this, we thought it probably wasn't very alcoholic, so we were drinking it quite a lot. And actually,
It's very
I think,
possible.
yeah, I think it turned out to be pretty alcoholic.
I was so drunk I left the keys in the door. I
Yeah.
hadn't even been out. So I don't know.
Well, you
I
mix
must
it
have gone
while we're
out to
doing.
check
That's a good
something.
idea.
My friends got a bit fed up because every time they came round, I was like, "Oh, elderflower!" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, Imogen."
Is it fizzy or is it
It
I'm-
does go fizzy, yes.
Hoping some. If you're a Facebook user, if you click up, then I can see
Captain America.
where you're from.
Prepared not to steal a biscuit this time.
If you use baker's yeast, how much do you use, Duncan, for this?
I think it's a teaspoon, is it?
Yeah.
you stirring something?
A teaspoon. You stir it in. It's not going to be as. It's going to change the clarity
Yes.
of
that's
it.
right.
It will change the. Oh, look, you can't even see it. It would change the clarity. But do you know what? For me, when I haven't got something, it stops me from doing it.
Mm.
So I'd rather do it with the baker's yeast. Duncan and I, if you know us, we sometimes, a bit tempestuous. Is that the right word? Argue. We couldn't find the brewer's yeast hadn't arrived to make our nettle and ginger. So obviously that was the end of the world, but we then just used baker's yeast and it worked perfectly well.
Fine.
So we've learned, you just go with the flow. And this is the thing, what we say, you see all these, chefs or Deliciously Ella, who I do love, but they all do everything perfectly. But that's not always what it is like at home, is it?
No.
Things like that. I mean, we were slightly late today because Zanthi couldn't possibly leave stage school today without her elastic hairband that she had 200
Very
of.
important, that hairband, wasn't
Yes, and so Duncan was waiting for her for 20 minutes. So then we arrived at Anne's without a knife.
Yeah, without half the things we're supposed to have.
No
really.
knife, no lemon.
Yeah.
Can we borrow some water? Can we borrow and this is life though, isn't it? And we're not like that for our supper clubs, don't worry. Supper clubs, we're like, what's militant, is that the right word? Military precision. What are you doing?
What is this?
That's her towel, please put it back. We're going for a swim afterwards. It's too nice not to. I was going to do it on the rocks, but I didn't think we'd get the
Get rid of this.
let me show you the yeast we've
Chuck
got. This
those
is
in,
brewer's
I think.
yeast, isn't it?
No, that's yeast nutrients.
Yeast nutrients. Ooh.
So that's another optional extra. You don't have to
Can we
put
take that
nutrients in,
This, and one sec.
but it
This
can help.
This is from Wilkinson's and it costs about £1.
So in the kitchen table,
Can you take that back to
revolution,
Daddy?
we do things like this every week.
Can you take it back to
Every
Daddy?
Saturday,
Wow.
we do a bit of foraging, a bit of preserving. We're talking about buying local. We're talking about just having a different way of thinking about food and how it affects your mental and physical health, how it affects your connections with friends and family, and how it can affect the environment and sustainability and things like that. So things like if you were to forage just one thing every now and then, you're not buying that thing from the supermarket. It's not covered in plastic. There's no food miles, and just things like that. It makes you look at food in a different way.
But also, I think like with Anthony, and she's not going to, but we have made these. And have a look at my picture of them because I'm very proud of it. But these beautiful gummy bears, and like if you bought a pack of Haribos, like we're all human, aren't we? I would just eat the whole lot. But because we've made them, and it's the elderflower I've been out to pick, and I'm like, oh, that cordial is quite special to me. I don't want it all to go. I'll eat one of them and I'll really savour it. And Xanthia now,
They're special.
they're special.
Yeah.
But I've noticed Xanthia, like this morning, we forgot to get her snacks. So she had a pack of hula hoops, we are normal. But she didn't eat all of them. She ate like 1/8 of the bag. and has saved the rest
Oh, bless her.
because she's like, well, each of those was made individually. That's how
So she
her
understands where her food
Yeah.
comes
It's
from,
that
how
value.
it's made.
When we went to buy paint from B&Q, she asked, "Is paint in season?" And
Oh my God,
where-
that's amazing,
yeah,
isn't it?
things like
To have a child that even knows a season of a food at her age is incredible.
I was embarrassed at nursery. She got really
You're a
upset.
very
She was
clever
trying to
girl,
explain where
aren't
the
you?
sweet corn had come from. But I think it's important. We did actually get trolled because we took her to see pigs and she watched the pigs grow. And then one of the adolescent pigs was a very naughty little pig. So our friend gave it to us as a present to eat it. And Xanthi, I was a bit worried about how she'd respond, but she got it. She was like, it's had a nice life. And she understood, she knew it hadn't been like in a factory farm, and she was eating it quite happily. But we did get trolled for that. But I think,
Unbelievable. But they'd go to a supermarket and buy a piece of meat where they don't know the origins from.
Yeah.
no, and to see it, I think it's important. So Duncan, now what do we do with it?
Well, I'm going to leave that covered.
Hello.
I'm gonna,
It's like she's coming up.
we're going to leave it for 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days, and after that time, we're going to see whether it started to bubble.
All right, so we'll see. Let's
And
see.
if it's bubbled and we're happy, we'll leave it for another week or so. And if it's not bubbled, we'll add some champagne yeast if we can get it. If not, whatever yeast you can find.
And look, Grandma's watching.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
What our instructions in the book say is to put a muslin over the top and then tie a string to that so it can aerate.
Let's have a
And
look.
That's so they won't explode. I'm putting that on.
Lid off. Yeah, we're going to carry it back to the car because we don't like to make things easy. Look, can you see in there? Look at all of that goodness.
Something's going in.
Does it smell? It's going for a swim. And we're going to go and have our coffee.
And also, if you want to make more, it's ratios. So the ratios were 1 part sugar to 2 parts boiling water, and then 4 parts cold water, and then as much elderflower as you can, and lemons as well.
Lemons, perfect. And look, we're going to go down here for a swim now. Look at that. Before we go, what are we going to get done today, Duncan? Goes in your arm.
Oh, jabs.
Getting our second jab.
We're gonna get our
Second ones. I've had both
Second
of
jabs.
We're going to have second jabs today.
I'm in a study because I'm pregnant. I feel like a guinea pig. They want to see what the effects on pregnant women are. I was like, great, I'm a live test. Now, can you say goodbye, Xanthi? And look, this is the house I want to live in. Can you see up there? The round house. Xanthi, no screaming. Can you say bye to Grandma?
Bye, Grandma.
And Grandpa?
Bye, Grandpa.
And everyone else?
Bye, everyone.
Can you blow them a kiss? Can you give them a cuddle? COVID cuddle?
Go.
Lovely. Bye, guys. And if you've got any questions, you know where we are. Just DM.
Giant biscuit now.
Yeah, just DM us if you've got any questions and we'll be here to answer them.
Don't forget to pick up your coffee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at her. She's like, here's your coffee. Don't forget to buy it. I'll put the link down there later. But thanks for watching. And if you want more information about the kitchen table revolution as well, just let us know. Speak to you later.
Bye.
Bye.